you going? It's the Cartridge Game Geeks here. That's Justin.
That's Trent, and welcome to our first episode.
Number 1!
Yeah. Now that Trent's made a bit of a dick of himself, who cares? Welcome to the series that we do call Cartridge Game Geeks, where we focus on games that are on these things. Do you remember these? Cartridges. Way before CDs and way before downloadable content, these were the main means of actually playing games.
They still are for me.
And for me on occasion, although I have moved on to bigger and better things, so they say.
I've tried.
You've
I
tried.
Can't handle it.
Yeah, you've tried. The highest Trent went here is on the PS2. I'm still on the Xbox 360, so because I'm a Trent whore. Anyway, let's get down to business. Our first episode, we're going to be covering.
You didn't let me tell them what consoles I have.
Well, what do you have?
It's probably quicker to tell you what I don't have.
Oh, jeez. Actually, it is true. We're sitting in front of a lot of it right now.
Sega Master System 2, not lucky enough to have the first one. Sega Mega Drive 2, not lucky enough to have the first run. We got NES, Super NES, 64. We have an Atari 2600 Junior. I've actually got it just sitting right here. I've actually got 2 of these babies.
Yeah, they're so cute. They're so small.
Yeah, and a pile of games.
Yeah.
And some modded consoles, which will be shown to you later on.
The steampunk system and the Nintoaster. Or the Mac Nintoaster.
Alright, so what are we doing
Alright, now we're getting down to business. We're covering a series which I actually really thoroughly enjoy to this day, which is the Road Rash series, which was rather revolutionary because, not only because of its features, but just because of the fact that it was so violent for the time.
And the one we're going to be specifically going into detail on is number 2.
Number 2.
Only because, 2, some special number.
Yeah. I think that's about as far as we'll go with that.
And one thing Justin absolutely can't get over with EA games is
this. Just the fact that they're so oddly shaped. It's like it's perfectly square. Look at it. Plus a little tab. What is that? But, like, grip it on? Or something like that? Oh.
Right, anyway, let's play the game.
Let's get started.
Called for F, damn it. Electronic Arts.
Yup. The intro screen that's been burned into my retina ever since Mutant League Football.
Great game.
That's a brilliant game, but that's not relevant right now. We're focusing on the old Road Rash.
2.
Yeah.
Game options.
This was actually kind of annoying, the fact that you had to set split screen every single time you started the game up.
And had shitty split screen.
Oh, look at it. It's badly laid
and
out.
it doesn't even count down. It's not like 3, 2, 1. It's like straight into the race.
It's like
That's why Trent's coming last.
It's like, hey, you paying attention? You paying attention? No, too late. You're gonna be out the back, getting your ass kicked by a guy named Slug.
It's got pretty shoddy steering.
Yeah, the thing is, it's really delayed on controller input. Like it's a good 10th or 20th of a second until it actually goes down.
I'm off the bike.
Trent's off his bike and off his rocker.
I'll try and run this guy over. Oh!
He bounced off his bike.
I jumped his bike.
That was pretty cool. One of the good things I really like about this game is some of the weapons that you pick up along the way. Like you can pick up nunchucks,
chain,
baton, straight off of policemen, which can also hunt you down. You know what's really good when you get pulled over by a policeman, God forbid, and they show a little cutscene. They show cutscenes for anything, whether it be you won, you lost, you've got pulled over, or you wrecked your bike.
Couple ones funny. Kicks off your bike and then throws you in the boot of the car.
Yeah, it doesn't even open the side door and let you walk in like a normal criminal. No, pop the boot, beat the bastard.
That's what happens when it comes to illegal street racing.
Yeah, they're rather ruthless.
Ambulance scene. if you come off your bike too much,
Yeah.
the ambulance will come.
Whoa.
And they get a stretcher out the back and they come over and they pick your bike up. And just drive off with your bike and your dude's like, help! And then passes out again.
Collapses. Oh.
Air off a rock.
Oh, bro, I got... look how weird it looks when my dude runs.
And your guy runs.
It's like...
Basically all the graphics and, all the sprites for 1, 2 and 3 are all based heavily off the first one. There's really not much difference other than the tracks you play on.
Yeah.
And the title sequences do change, but other than that, you're pretty much just playing Road Rash 1.
Yeah, it's almost like... this is sort of like a good example of basic expansion packs. Like, they'll have the original Road Rash and then new tracks, new version. And then they do the same thing again between 1, 2 and 3, which evolved from doing routes in on Californian roads to different US states to all over the world, where us Australians got a shout out, albeit a bit stereotypically, because we raced around Ayers Rock.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Shrimp.
My bike's gone.
Your bike's wrecked. Shrimp.
Lol.
Lol.
You're
Wrecked.
crying like a little bitch.
I would be.
Shrimp, Barbie, etc. Bit delayed on that bit, but
It's probably the
whatever.
most running you've ever done.
And my bike exploded.
Owned. Oh, there's a police guy.
Man, if you got pulled
would've-
over by the cops.
I want to beat him.
No, just get pulled over.
No, I want to beat him. I'm waiting for him to turn back up. Here we
Dude,
go.
Seriously, show the fans.
Here we go.
Just beat it. Let him beat you. Just pull over. Let him get you.
Oh, alright, calm down, dude.
No need to prove that you're so good at the game by winning in front of all these fans.
Oh, shush.
Just lose.
Got 4 of them.
Look, he's got a baton. I'm going to try and steal it.
Just lose.
God damn it, I'm trying to make it entertaining.
Just stop your bike.
Alright. Oh, damn, setting up shots and whatnot.
Stop.
It's not letting me!
Well, just stop the bike. Just stop. Let him beat you.
Look, I'm not even touching it and he's nudging me.
Let him just let you finish the race doing that then.
That's it. Whoa! You whipped me away.
Wait, just don't touch the controller. Just let him nudge you to the finish line, because that would be awesome anyway.
Or just going super fast mode and letting him just nudge me.
I just want to let him get pulled over. That's all I care about.
Busted!
Finally. So you will get to see the title.
Hey!
And then you got run over.
Yeah. No.
I got nailed.
Here. Oh, this is for me, is it, or you?
That's for you. Because you wrecked yours. Look.
Pick up one.
That's me.
I hope they show the cop too, because that would be awesome. But I don't think they will.
I think they're showing back to back, unfortunately. Which blows, because if you're really keen to see a particular cutscene, it's like, okay, you go do that. And then you want to see it and you don't see it. Crash series, really.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Good game, good and I like the music too. That's one thing.
It's very good when it comes to
for
music.
its time, man. That's pretty cool music. Just the it's mad.
Yeah,
It's EA, like you'll see in the next episode. Bob, music, man. It's awesome.
yeah, it's brilliant, man.
Graphics were cool for the time.
Graphics were alright, except sometimes on particular versions of the game, the road will sort of glitch out and go all weird and distorted and everything.
But only to Justin. It's never happened to me.
Oh, it's because the game doesn't like me, bro.
Alright.
Of course. But now on to the old official stuff where we'll rate the control, the graphics, and then rate it overall. Oh, and P.S. We don't do hards here.
Yeah. None of that half bullshit.
Thanks, Trent.
Alright, control.
Control. On single player, it's very responsive. I actually like that the cornering is sort of momentum driven. The longer you hold it down, the further he'll tilt.
Don't tilt too far that way, because that video... Oh, yeah, it's back to full screen. Never mind.
Yeah, Trent always has to use visual markers and all that. Yeah, but if you keep leaning, the longer you hold it down, the faster you drift.
You'll just veer.
Yeah, you'll just keep veering all the way to the left or right, and then just smack straight into a tree. That's always fun.
Or a rock, and then your body jumps it, like Justin.
Yeah, shush. The game doesn't like me.
So, Control.
For Control, for the game of this type, it plays a lot like Super Hang-On, and those ones are really fluent. So I'm going to actually give it a pretty solid 4.
A 4?
A 4, yeah. Because they are very responsive, but I would knock it down a half for the fact that it lags in multiplayer pretty bad. But, as Trent very vulgarly suggested earlier, we don't do any halves. So I'm gonna say a very weak 4 for Control.
A weak 4.
A weak 4.
Yeah,
I'd go solid 3.
in 2-player, solid 3, but overall, the Control, I'd say 4 too.
You go 4?
Yeah.
Alright. 4 Atari controllers out of 5.
Graphics. How many Sonics?
Graphics. How many Sonics? I reckon they look really good for the time. That they actually look like they're on the bike and they're lean and everything. I like how everything's perspective based, and the closer it comes to you, you'll see it crawling across the road, and then if you run into it, you'll hear it go and just go dead.
I think a 4.
I reckon a 4 too. Just because it is very pretty, and you see 4. That's a big old 4. And you see him swinging his chain and actually getting hit by it, like, and knocking him off the bike is so satisfying.
Watching you do that was satisfying.
Thanks, bro. I aim to entertain.
Alright, overall.
And for overall, I'll give the series as a whole a 4 because it's...
I'd go 4.
I'd definitely go 4 because it's got one of those simple pick up and play mechanics, and the fact that it is such a cool concept. It's just like, we get to hop on bikes and beat the crap out of people with nunchucks and chains and stuff. It's
especially
awesome.
for the genre, you got Hang On and that.
Yeah,
and
like that's cool.
Like that's just motorbike games in general. You got like Super Monaco GP and that.
They're cool. You get to race around in split screen and everything like that, but Road Rash added a whole new element where you had to not only play with your fellow racers and try and knock them off their podium, literally, you also had to contend with policemen and getting pulled over and wrecking your bike. So there was a lot of innovations to be had in the Road Rash series, and that we've really got to thank them for. So, speaking of 4s, I reckon we give this a 4-star rating.
4 Mario stars.
Get the star, Jimmy! Get the star! Trent, please remind me not to do that again.
Alright, well this has been Cartridge Game Geeks.
Thanks a lot for tuning into our first episode. I hope you've enjoyed. Give it an old thumb up if you'd be so kind, and a favourite, and all the standard stuff that critiques of YouTube content do is greatly appreciated. That'll conclude our first episode.
That's Justin.
That's Trent, and we are gone. Peace soup.
Bye.